Yep, that's me. Enjoying a very good bite. This meal is very bougie, so if you are feeling very bougie like me, this is the meal you probably want to eat. So these are specifically selected ingredients to help me with my insulin resistance. Those are the vegetables for the wrap, and those are the ingredients for my melon juice. Now, I'm just going to go over these ingredients one after the other. The peppercorns allows us to pull as much of the benefit from the lycopene from the watermelon as possible. Ginger helps with becoming more insulin sensitive, and then lime pairs well with some of the sugars in the watermelon. Any sugary drink with lime makes it very refreshing. Then I've got some proteins to help slow down the absorption of glucose coming from the watermelon. So some tuna fish, that's one can tuna fish. I've also got some Greek yogurt, and then I've reinforced the fat with some avocado. Then I specifically selected the cabbage for a reason because cabbage has a lot of fiber. And given that we're taking very soluble sugary watermelon, we need that fiber to slow the glucose absorption. I've also got some lettuce there for the wrap. The tomatoes are also very necessary because it also contains antioxidants similar to those found in the watermelon. So both tomatoes and watermelon are common with what we call lycopene antioxidants, and it's very necessary for reducing the oxidation stress. And that's why we need some of the peppercorns, because black pepper is known to help with absorbing lycopene. Also, there's fat because lycopene has some fatty elements to it. So these are all my watermelon ingredients chopped together. I added half teaspoon of cinnamon in there just to help with balancing the glucose. So I blended that nicely. I don't know about you, at this point you can drink it like that, but me in there I like it, smooth. So I sieved it a little bit, but hold on. I'm going to use the chaff for the salad filling so that we retain most of the fiber and don't throw it away. So I added that to a bowl. And then to that, I added 2 boiled eggs because everybody has one. If you're Ghanaian, you should have boiled eggs in your fridge. If you don't, I don't know. Then I added 1 can of tuna. Then I added the 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. At this point, it's like the Greek yogurt was struggling to to get into it, but we managed to get all of it in there. And then once you've done this, you can hit it with a little bit of maybe black pepper and salt to your taste. If you wanted to, you can also add a little bit of mayonnaise, but at this point, I'm just trying to have an oxidation-free meal, so I'm not going to add it. I've added some black pepper and a bit of salt to taste. Then I mix it. This is what you get after mixing it. Very yummy feeling. So that's all my prep done, and those are all my ingredients. I've tried to keep it simple, so there's no cooking involved in this apart from that. Then I had to do a skewer of watermelons because I love to taste the watermelon by itself. So yeah, just added that in for good measure. So that's all my prep done. Now I start to assemble. I take a bit of the lettuce and then I add all the different components. So that's the cabbage, and then I'll add in a little bit of avocado, then add in tomatoes, and then I go on to add my filling. Now the filling, there's no holding back on the filling. You can eat as much as you want. So this is one meal that I feel like you can actually binge on. Just scoop a generous amount. Make sure that it's full enough so that it's tasty. Look at the excitement on my face because I was going to bite into this thing and I was so looking forward to it. So it's finished. This is a very, very filling meal. And it's like one of those things where you eat and you have peace of mind. It was so creamy, so yummy, so delicious. And the good thing is that you get a low glucose spike from this. Even then onto the juice. So yummy. No sugar, nothing. But I promise you, you're going to really enjoy this. This is still the same 487 grams. I'm going to go for just about maybe 20 minutes walk at the park because the sun came up and everywhere is looking really nice. So we could tweet react.